Welcome to the park. I'm Odin,
And I'm Jory.
and we would like to be your host tonight. Yes, you will need one. Even if you're not a fearful person,
Like me?
it's very easy to not get the true and full story in the park.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum. Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
Okay, and that's how we get started, guys. We're gonna look for her son's bear, teddy bear. So, Atlantic Island Park from Funcom. It's actually kind of like a spin-off from the world of the secret world, an online RPG.
The park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
Interact with objects in the world. Okay. So in this game, it's very much like an
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
yeah. This game is very much like an story movie experience, similar to like Going Home or Everybody's Going to Rapture. Takes place in a it's kind of connected to the Secret World online RPG, but you don't have to be to play it.
Callum, I told you to wait in the car!
Over here.
Okay, shouting provides audio and visual. We just need to enter the park. No?
Callum, where are you going?
Catch me, Mommy.
Yeah, that's from I've read from a review. The game came out 2 days ago and I saw it. At first I wasn't really interested, but then when I've taken a look at the review, I said, oh. And then I saw the connection to the Secret World, a game which I've been interested in, but from an MMO RPG player perspective, there are only so many games you can play without without losing the time. But one thing I always liked
There's
about
something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
uh-huh. Lol. Well, that's how quickly night is falling with the full moon. And
Oh God. The park. What happened here? Stop, Callum!
Okay, shouting is something we need to use.
Come back, Callum.
This was also mentioned in the review. A spoiler-free review, so I'm not really. I have no clue what is happening.
Callum, come back here right now.
But shouting after Callum will.
You can't catch me.
Oh man.
Callum?
Should we take a look at the map? This is usually one. Okay.
Callum, come back here right now.
Guess we.
This way, Mommy.
Yep, we're coming. We're coming. There must be some PT Silent Hills fans at Funcom, because there's some part in this game which is and we will experience a lot of the attractions. This Atlantic Island, Carrie Killian is Satan's whore?
Hello?
This way.
Where?
Come out, sweetie.
Come on, Mommy.
Did you went inside or no?
Don't hide from me, Callum.
Over here.
No, he must be somewhere over there, right?
Callum, tell Mommy where you are.
Over here.
Where over here?
Callum, stay where you are.
Come on, this way.
Yeah, there are no puzzles in this game. There is no inventory to juggle items, but we can examine a lot of stuff.
Wait for Mommy. Chad the Chipmunk,
Catch
huh?
me, Mommy.
Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. Chad can be seen in daily ice sculpting shows in the following locations. 11 AM Sideshow Alley, the Octotron Park entrance. Chad Chinkman worst in class. Chad can't even seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die. A useless slop. Oh man, yeah, I saw this one on the homepage there.
Wait, Callum.
Over here.
Over here. Oh,
What is this about?
okay. Purchase the land or Snolton's Island for a pittance. I might add. Whatever old Archie Henderson did to the locals, just a mention of his name had people slamming doors and locking shutters from the moment I arrived on the island. My lawyers had arranged everything in advance, but the realtor still had to come and deliver the keys to me personally. He took it upon himself to offer me another warning. I don't know what you're planning to do with this land, Mr. Winter, but the soil here is bitter with a curse carried from the old country. Old Van Henderson, he did terrible dark things. The land remembers, sir. I dismissed him shortly afterwards, mostly amused by his pathetic attempts at warning me off. I have a great vision for this place, and the will to see that vision through the very end. Atlantic Island Park. The name is perfect, and I cannot imagine it being anything else. This is the start of something amazing. Okay guys, so I hope that the other documents and letters we can read in the game, because this is a big part of the story, yeah. The game is about 1 hour long, if you just rush through it, they said. But if you take your time to uncover the true story,
Come
then
back, Callum.
it takes about 2 hours.
This way, Mommy.
What was this?
Yeah. And the ending the reviewer said it could be either silly or stunning, depending on how much you discover about the story.
Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
What's this?
Callum, stay where you are.
A boat?
Yeah.
Swan or something?
Dieser... Was he entering a boat or what?
I don't know. There is...
Huh? The swan boat is just waiting for us.
Callum, where are you?
Right, Swan?
Really?
Oh, this is actually quite beautiful, yeah. Yeah, guys, this is supposed to be a horror game.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup. What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife one night. I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there. No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all 4 starve, you fool. Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. Do not fret, Gretel, Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets.
White stones.
The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day. Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods. When their father leaves them, the children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their parents' house. After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself, the wife told the woodcutter. In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again. Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days. The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls. Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you. But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you. The old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside, the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed. Once inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him. Time passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven. But Gretel pretended not to understand. I do not know how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said. The opening is here. And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked. And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
Oh God.
Eh? Is the last part is not part of the story?
No.
No. They ate the witch? I guess a very well-known story, yeah. Oh.
Oh my God! What's this?
It's just a strange swan mouth.
And to the beginner, I thought it's kind of romantic.
Okay, we just made a full ride and now we are back. Like in most attractions we can have in an amusement park.
Callum, where did you go? Callum, where did you go?
Okay, so
Callum, stay where you are.
I might as well go here. In case... What?
This way?
No, he's whispering...
Callum!
Hansel and Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws.
Okay. Okay, the mother of Callum very much sounds as if she knows some of those dark things from first hand, guys. Oh man.
Where are you?
He must be somewhere over there. He was only whispering. In case you are wondering, during the swan boat ride where we kinda got the Hansel and Gretel tale, I couldn't turn back my head. Yeah. What?
Callum?
Yes.
Catch me, Mommy.
To our left side?
Stop, Callum!
Over here.
I can't.
Another accident. This place.
Park maintenance? What kind of accident is it? Is this blood?
Where are you?
Oh my God. It's a teddy bear.
A teddy bear? Lol, this... Okay. Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbon, so the only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried. The customers will come out of simple curiosity. I disused what was needed from the band writings of Archie Henderson. It's astonishing to think that the resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. Henderson himself chose to use negative, and that caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I will not make his mistakes. Very soon I will know if this was all been for nothing. Okay, guys, I do my best to read those handwritings because I did a little research and many other people also complained about this, and I guess it's one thing the game will receive in a patch, but well, it's not out yet. Handwriting is it's a bit too unclear. It's like a faint. Yeah, and I have to go really near the screen. And normally I don't have any problems to read text in games. And I can just sit at my normal distance, but okay. But okay.
Stop! Callum!
That's not... Follow the trail, yeah. He will give us audible and visual hints where we should go. But it just leaves us...
Callum!
But it's really like a trail. This white
this...
stones or
This is...
whatever.
I wanted to mention it earlier. This is like those slices, those white stones. Like in the tale Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel is from someone... From the brothers Grimm, from the Grimm brothers. And those were actually German, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Very famous German...
Come back!
they only write it down. I don't think they invent them.
Quack, 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 quack.
They wrote them down, yeah. They became famous for writing down tales told all over the country. And I think not all of those tales origins...
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy.
Okay, we have a Kraken. Examine report. Well, it's cool that we can see those stuffs from such a far distance.
The guy just snapped.
Oh, this is...
Those poor kids.
This here is definitely readable. Much more. It's clear. You can see the difference now, huh?
Yes.
So we have an Atlantic Island Park incident. Officer on duty, Sheriff F. Bannerman. Witness name, Norma Creed. This is your statement. We were waiting for our turn on the right. Frank, me and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making an ice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over to him, but I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They give me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at the ice. And at first we thought he was making some animal, like a tiger or lion. But as more and more ice fell away. When you first looked, it was like a human face smiling out of that block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw that there was something not quite right about the proportions. Something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat just a little bit faster. Like you were prey, and that thing in the ice was a hunter. But then these teenagers walked up and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit, and then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments it was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy who had one of the teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing with an ice pick, and blood was spraying and people were screaming. And Frank and I had the kids and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that the eyeball of one of those poor kids has landed on the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more or less alive. LOL. Well, I guess this is a park incident which I wouldn't care one bit to witness it. A crazy chipmunk suit fellow.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum.
What?
It's the Ryan.
Where are you?
Read earlier.
This is what they are showing us. These We should go
Mommy
here.
needs to see you, Callum.
Right, Octron.
Come to Mommy, Callum.
Decrease, increase speed. No, I don't want it too fast.
Is he inside?
Okay, decrease speed. And now we have to ride this thing.
I can't get on while it's moving.
Okay, yeah. Makes sense. Okay, that should be enough, right?
I thought you would search her son.
Oh man, the thing is getting faster and faster. But
Oh my god! Oh my god! Where is it?
no, look, now he's inside that house? That strange guy?
Really?
Uh-huh. Lie?
Where
No.
did you go?
Where the fuck? What is this here on the ground now? This wasn't here before, right?
Hello?
I don't know.
Oh, come on, we'll
Callum! Where did you go?
where? I guess we should proceed this way?
Come out, sweetie. Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. And they shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
Oh man. What is she sharing with us? What for dark thoughts? Expectations for when Callum was born, and then the reality didn't met her expectations, or what?
Callum? Where'd you go?
What the fuck is this?
Callum?
I see.
What is this here?
Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
Where?